Hello, my name is David. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Huy.
And can I see your identification?
Here you are.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask some questions about yourself. So to begin with, can you tell me, will email become more or less popular in the future?
Email will likely remain relevant but may become less popular for casual communication. With the rise of instant messaging and collaboration platforms, people are shifting to faster, more interactive ways of communication. However, email will still be essential for professional and formal exchanges.
Is email common in your country?
Yes, email is widely used, especially in workplaces, schools, and official settings. However, for personal conversations, people often prefer messaging apps or social media.
When do you send emails?
I usually send emails for work-related communication, formal inquiries, and academic purposes. Sometimes I also use email for online purchases, subscriptions, and confirmations.
Do you frequently use email?
Yes, I use email daily, mainly for work and professional communication. However, for quick conversations, I rely more on instant messaging apps.
Would you like to fulfill your dreams?
Absolutely. I believe dreams give us direction and motivation in life. Achieving them would bring a sense of fulfillment and purpose.
Do you think dreams have meaning?
In some cases, yes. Some people believe dreams reflect subconscious thoughts, emotions, or concerns. However, not all dreams have deep meanings. Some are just random creations of the brain.
Do you share your dreams with others?
Not often. If a dream is interesting or unusual, I might share it with friends for fun. However, if it's a personal goal or aspiration, I prefer keeping it to myself until I make progress.
Can you remember your dreams?
Sometimes, but most of the time, I forget them shortly after waking up. If a dream is vivid or emotionally impactful, I tend to remember it longer.
Would you decorate your room with mirrors?
Yes, mirrors can make a room look more spacious and bright. They also add a stylish touch to interior design. However, I wouldn't overuse them as too many mirrors can feel overwhelming.
Do you carry a mirror with you?
No, I don't. If I need to check my appearance, I usually use my phone's front camera instead.
Have you bought mirrors before?
Yes, I have purchased a mirror for my bedroom before. I chose a simple yet elegant design that complements the space.
How often do you look in mirrors?
It depends, but usually a few times a day, mainly when getting ready in the morning or before going out.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so here's your topic, and take some time to prepare.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, now you've only got 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you in the middle. Please start talking.
A person I met once and would really like to get to know better is Sarah, a friend of a mutual acquaintance. I met her at a social gathering a few months ago, And although our interaction was brief, she left a strong impression on me. She came across as both insightful and charismatic, someone who brings depth to any conversation. What stood out most was her knowledge across a wide range of topics, from art and literature to science and technology. She had a unique way of expressing her thoughts, clear, articulate, yet always open to other perspectives. I also admired how attentive she was when others spoke. She made everyone feel heard and valued, which is a rare quality. Unfortunately, we didn't get much time to talk that day, but I've often thought about how refreshing it would be to have a longer conversation with her. I feel like there's so much I could learn from her, not just in terms of knowledge, but also in how she interacts with people. If I ever get the chance to meet her again, I'd love to hear more about her experiences and worldviews. I think she could be a truly inspiring person to have in my circle, not just as a friend, but as someone who brings meaningful conversation and insight into any setting.
Okay, right. Now I'd like to ask some questions related to this topic.
Okay,
What topics should we avoid when first meeting someone?
when meeting someone for the first time, it's best to avoid sensitive topics like politics, religion, personal finances, or controversial issues. These subjects can lead to disagreements or make the other person uncomfortable. Instead, light topics such as hobbies, travel, or interests are safer choices.
How can we make a good first impression?
A good first impression comes from being polite, confident, and genuinely interested in the other person. Good eye contact, a warm smile, and active listening also help. Additionally, showing respect and avoiding interrupting others can leave a positive impact.
What qualities make a true friend?
A true friend is supportive, trustworthy, and understanding. They stand by you in both good and bad times, respect your opinions, and encourage your growth. Honesty and loyalty are also essential traits that define a strong friendship.